So I just wanted to take a moment to tell everybody about a little comparison shopping I was doing recently for a 16-foot wide by 4-foot deep pool. We were going to wait until next season to replace our pool, but the kids had other ideas in mind during the off season when one of them stood on our sand filter and somehow broke it. No one's fessing up to it, so we really can't point any fingers. It is pretty annoying, but we were going to replace it next season anyway, so we figured why not go and just do it this year instead of replacing the filter, just get the whole thing. So what we were able to find was this. I'm going to look below here. It's the Intex Ultra XTR 16-foot by 48-inch deep outdoor pool. It's the premium Intex pool. Comes with this aeration technology that's supposed to help keep the water cleaner. And most importantly, it's a bundle kit. It's available for $1,007 on Amazon now. I'll put the link in the description. And what it includes is the robot, the Intex ZX300. It's supposed to be a robot that's all mechanical, so no batteries or electrical cords in the pool. And it's supposed to be able to climb up the wall mechanically, scrub the algae, while also cleaning the bottom. It's pretty impressive for a mechanical robot. And in this bundle, you're also getting the Intex 26643EG. And that's going to be your sand filter pump, which is an upgrade from the cartridge pumps, which you really don't want in pools this size, especially if you're going to have a family of 4 like I will and maybe guests over. The cartridge filters are not going to really handle the situation. They're going to get clogged fast, need to be constantly cleaned, and even if you do all that, your pool's just not going to stay as clean. Trust me, I've tried it. It's going to be, the water's going to be really kind of hazy and not too nice, no matter what you do. So when we were looking at this, it was $1,007 for the bundle, which didn't seem too bad. And you got the upgraded pool with the better liner and the better tubing and things like that, more resistant to rust. But I wondered, I said, what happens if you buy these components separate and maybe you swap a pool out with a different pool, a cheaper pool? Can you save money this way? So I kind of did some research. You can see here, and you can figure out if these savings are worth it to you. Okay, so our first pool we have up is it's a little bit of a cheaper pool. It's the Intex 28241EH. That's the model number. The link will be in the description below. And that's another tube framed pool by Intex. It looks a little cheaper. I don't think it has all the anti-rust corrosion on the tubes that the upgraded one has. It's not as good. The liner's probably a little not as thick and durable. If you're okay with that, maybe you're not going to have the pool that long, or maybe you're going to take it down every season, so it won't be as impacted by that. That's fine. The one thing I will note is that this pool, instead of being 16 feet wide, is 15 feet wide, so you are losing 1 foot of width, but it's still 48 inches deep, so it's very comparable in size. I mean, a very similar pool. Now, this pool is going to come in at $468. It's going to be the pool by itself, and you're going to get the cartridge filter that I don't recommend having. So when you upgrade to the sand filter for $163.45, and you throw in the robot cleaner, which I recommend, if it works as well as it looks like it's advertised to, for $111.75, this brings you to a grand total of $723.20. Now, from the $1,007, that's significant savings, almost $300. So you can definitely save money. You're giving up a foot of pool. You're getting a pool that's not quite as advanced, maybe with the aeration technology and some of the other little goodies. But you still are getting a very comparable product, I would say, overall. So next up on the list is a Bestway steel pool. It's called their Max. So it's a little bit of an upgraded pool, kind of like the Intex, with maybe the better coating, the thicker liner, things like that. So this is a 16-foot by 48, so the same size, direct replacement. And this pool comes in at $647.51. It's going to come with the cartridge filter. So when you upgrade for $163.45 and you buy the robot also for $111.75, this comes in at $922.71 when you buy the components separately. Now, this is pretty good. It's comparable. It's not quite $100 cheaper, about $85 or so cheaper. So you are getting a very similar size. You're getting a very similar product for a little cheaper. You're not getting maybe that aeration technology that they advertise helps keep the water cleaner. So, I mean, you're getting almost the same thing otherwise. So I'm going to link that below. So a little bit of a savings here. And we have one more pool that is really going to be your budget beater here. It's going to save you a lot of money if you don't mind a little bit of give and take here. So the last pool is the Intex 28167EH. And I'll let you know, this is a 15-foot wide by 48-inch deep. So it's very comparable in size. But the difference with this is it's one of the easy setup pools, which means that instead of the tubing around the sides, it's going to be the inflatable ring. So it's that inflatable ring. You inflate the ring, then you fill the water up, and the ring kind of floats above the water. These pools are fine from my experience. I've never owned one, but I've used them. It really don't seem to be a problem. I know the kids love jumping over the ring in and out. And I will say this pool, I don't know how it would work with the robot because the pool seems to kind of concave in instead of being a little more straight like the tube frame pools. So I don't know if the robot would climb the sides as well, but I would still recommend it to clean the bottom because you're not going to get a robot cheaper than $111 that has good reviews. None of the electronic ones are going to be anywhere near that. So this pool here comes in at a very cheap $336.75. When you add in the sand filter, which you have to get, remember that, it's $163.45. You add in the robot cleaner for $111.75. You're still only in for $611.95, which is what? Close to, what, $400 cheaper? So you're getting a pretty comparable product, I'd still say, as far as size, and you're getting the upgraded filter, the robot, for a $400 discount, and that's if you don't mind having the easy setup version of this pool. So all in all, I've chosen... I went through all these and I made a decision that we were going to go with the bundle that was actually offered for a couple reasons. Because we're comfortable with the steel tube setup. That's what we have now. This is an upgraded version of ours. We plan on keeping our pool a long time. We figured for a few more bucks, get the upgraded pool. We felt after a little bit of research that the aeration, maybe that would be a nice feature. It's supposed to help keep the water a little cleaner. And we knew we wanted the sand filter. We knew we wanted the robot. So we just figured get everything shipped together and avoid any hassles as far as maybe one component coming in late or something like that. And remember, all these prices right now are for the Memorial Day weekend in 2023. And while the prices may change, I think the idea of this video will remain the same. I mean, you can always maybe go for a lesser pool if you don't mind and save some money, or you can buy these bundle kits that are available. And one thing I will tell you at the close of this video here, if you want to save money on chlorine, I mean save tremendous money, maybe cut your chlorine bill in half, check out the video I'm going to post up here because it has a product that's about $100, $120, but it'll save you so much money in chlorine and effort in maintaining the chlorine that it's really worth it. So I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, subscribe. We'll post more. And remember to check the links below for all the products mentioned, including the one in this video. We're gonna mention that. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and I hope you have a nice Memorial Day weekend.